John Trofton's son Ricky used to take a Pace Mass Transit bus to his Joliet school. Last October, there was a terrible accident. Ricky's older sister Judy and his twin brother Johnny watched it happen.
That day, I was really scared. You could kind of hear the screeches.
12-year-old Ricky was on his way home from school, on board a Pace bus. He used the rear door to get off, then tried crossing the street from behind the bus. A truck was heading his way. Ricky was killed.
I just ran into him, and then one of our neighbors came, took us to his house and called 911.
We've got children dying, getting off buses without any kind of safety features.
Jean Marie Poole is with the National Transportation Safety Board. The NTSB is investigating a series of deaths and injuries involving school kids and mass transit buses. Among them, a 12-year-old Dallas schoolgirl killed after getting entangled in the rear door. And there have been other injuries and deaths in Texas, Washington, Ohio, Pennsylvania, and Florida.
We're trying to get everybody to focus on this problem. These deaths are they're preventable.
Preventable with the help of stop arms to halt traffic and single-door buses steering kids to cross in the front where it's easier to see oncoming traffic. Safety measures you won't find on mass transit lines.
No, they just say watch your step as you get off the bus, and that's it.
Just watch your step.
Yeah.
Ricky's sister Judy wanted to show us what happens to children who ride a transit bus. She volunteered to take a hidden camera on board. We watched from a car as she recorded potential safety problems. A bumpy ride, kids walking and switching seats, some just standing in the aisle, students going out the back door where our other camera catches them crossing behind the bus, where it's difficult to see oncoming traffic. Other safety concerns? Unlike yellow buses, Pace buses don't have to open their doors to listen for trains. And look, we caught this driver going through a red light.
Safety is the most important thing to us.
Linda Metzger is Deputy Director of Operations for Pace. She says any driving violations we found don't represent the agency as a whole.
We have an outstanding safety record. Can we do better? Sure. Anyone can do better.
Is a child safer on a school bus or on a Pace bus?
In my opinion, when you're on the bus, you are safer on a Pace bus.
She says Pace drivers get more training than school bus drivers. But what about all those kids jumping out the back door and running into traffic?
Once they disembark from our bus, our leg of the journey is terminated.
Pace serves 365 schools. 50 of those schools get extra buses and extra service. The more paying customers, the more state and federal funds the transit agency receives.
If they're going to make money on our children, then they better get our children back and forth safely.
Are you busing school students for the sake of more subsidies?
Absolutely not.
Metzger says the only reason Pace provides bus service is because some schools don't.
They are a financially strapped school district.
Richard Duran, Regional Superintendent of Will County Schools, would prefer kids ride on yellow buses. But he says not all school districts can provide them.
You can't do things that would be nice to do if you can't pay for them. It's that simple.
That's not good enough for our children. And there's no guarantee that they're going to get home safely.
Ricky's sister Judy and his twin brother Johnny don't take the bus to school anymore. Their mother drives them. Regional School Superintendent Richard Duran says the administration is taking a second look at how they bus kids. Pace officials say they are reviewing our findings and maintain they have the best of intentions when it comes to school kids. And Ricky's family says they'll be pushing for some sort of Ricky's Law so other kids get the protection he didn't. Warner and Ellison.
Now, where does the NTSB investigation go from here?
They've made recommendations that somebody start tracking deaths and injuries on mass transit buses. Nobody does that. They do that for school buses, so we can't even tell you nationwide how many kids are actually dying this way. And that's the way most school kids die, is not when they're on the bus, but when they get off the bus as pedestrians.
And for parents out there who are going to put their kids on a Pace bus tomorrow, the best thing you can advise them to do is?
Common sense. Tell them, look both ways. Don't cross the street unless they know it's safe. So that's about all you can do.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dave.